Good morning, people. Today it is May 13th, 2021, Thursday, and it's time for another live Forex trading session. If this is your first time hopping on, my name is Dakota. I've been trading for 2 years. You can go ahead to my other YouTube videos to see basically my journey, how I got to this point. And doing this YouTube channel and this live stream basically just track my journey and track my progression. If this is your first time hopping on, what I usually do on here, I go through the pairs that I'm paying attention to for the week and also any pairs that are requested, and I post every single pair that we talk about in the Discord server. If I forget any pair for any reason, please go ahead and let me know and I'll be sure to send it out. Also, while you're here, hit the like button wherever it is, and also the subscribe button and notification bell to keep up with future videos. But let's get into it. Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna first start on dollar Swiss. So I took this position on dollar Swiss last. Jeez, give me 1 second. Alright, I'm struggling with my words, but I'm gonna get it down. So I took this position on dollar Swiss last night, right? I actually took one position yesterday, which I sent out, but I closed early because certain criteria was met and I saw that I could get a better entry. So I went ahead and closed that, found this entry last night, and not much has happened. It's in profit right now, but it hasn't really moved yet. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking for price to reject the 61.8 level, and we'll see what happens from there. So let's get into my strategy. Oh, one thing I did not address, I have this coat on, right? Now, the reason I have a coat on is because it's cold. It's pretty much why people have coats. I just came from outside and it was still cold. I'm still cold right now, so I'm gonna wear this the entire time, probably. Going over my strategy. Alright, come on. Perfect. Okay, this is yesterday's markup or full markup. Let's go to, let me make sure everything is good here. Alright, awesome. Okay, getting my strategy, it's real simple. It's basic market structure. There's nothing complex about it. I start on my monthly time frame and do top-down analysis, and what I do here is after I box price in and get the overall direction that I'm looking for the market to go in, I look for an impulsive move, which is just a strong aggressive candles moving in one direction. After that, I look for consolidation going the opposite direction of the impulse, which confirms the direction of the market, and then I look for a continuation, right? The impulse tells me the direction the market wants to go, the correction confirms that it wants to go in that direction, and then continuation is what I'm looking to capitalize off of. If you have any questions over any of that at any time, go ahead, just ask in the live chat. Also, if you have any pairs that you want to go over before the call-ins, type in the live chat as well. Alright, so starting on the monthly, this is how I box price in. Just figure out the most recent range prices are reacting in. Basically my top and bottom areas where I'm looking for price to buy and the areas I'm looking to sell at. This is interesting right now. So looking for price to ultimately reach this level potentially. What I'd actually like to see is price form a bullish pattern here and then continue up. That's really what I've been waiting for on dollar Swiss. But at the moment we're in a downtrend, so I'm going to continue looking for sales until this downtrend is broken. If this trend line does break, I will go ahead and start looking for sales. So I will go ahead and start looking for buys. My fault. Okay, and right now what we have is an impulse down and just a pullback here right to the trend line. Now there is a bullish pattern here on the 1 hour time frame, but being right at that trend line has the potential for it to be a pattern failure. Also, it's at a level where could see some selling pressure, so that's why I took the position there. We'll see if that level holds. If it breaks through, I was going to be changing buys and looking for buying opportunities if that trend line does break. Okay, and I also said I was going to show you guys the 1 hour setup, or the 1 hour. Yeah, we have an impulse here, we have a correction here, and price is pretty much reacting perfectly right here in this situation. So it's a potential buy setup. Just the area for me doesn't. The area for me tells me it's likely to fail, but something to note. Okay, that's dollar Swiss. Let's go to EURJPY. Okay, EURJPY holding 3 positions on this one. Let's just delete the fibs. I don't need those right now. Holding 3 positions here. Look for price to break above this high here. Price previously rejected it and formed a double top here, and yeah, I'm ultimately looking for price to get up to 133. But yeah, that's what I'm ultimately looking for price to get up to. Right now, price is just struggling to break a certain level and just looking for an opportunity for it to continue up. I mean, there's not much else. I guess I'll talk about the next setup that I'm looking for on this. I think there was something pretty important that I want to talk about on this call yesterday. Like, I thought of it yesterday while I think I was backtesting. I was doing something related to trading, and I was like, I should talk about this on tomorrow's call. That would be a terrible setup, so that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, let's break this down. So here we had an ascending channel, right? It looks more, doesn't really look like a 1 hour ascending channel. It looks more like a 15-minute ascending channel, which means it's a pretty weak signal for reversal. Okay, on the 4 hour time frame, what do we have? 4 hour time frame, we just have a strong bearish candle, not necessarily a reversal candle here, other than the engulfing candle. And there's divergence across the board here. Going back down to the 1 hour, knowing that's a ascending channel, we have an impulse breaking it, have a pullback potentially retesting it and then pushing down. We also have the potential, since this is such a low time frame, that price could just continue trickling up as if it's a correction or as if it's a pullback for that continuation down after the break. That's what I'd like to see, like, just for it to continue scaling up. Obviously, because I'm biased, because I have like positions on it. But if we keep it under wraps, let's imagine I'm not in it. We have a pullback here, and then look for price to come down. To this level, I don't really see it going down any lower at the moment. If that trend line does break, then I will close my positions. And yeah, I'm not really interested in taking a buying opportunity in this situation. Not too interested at all. Okay, my fault. It took a it doesn't matter. So yesterday our setup for EURJPY actually came. I actually have it on the other one too. Okay, this setup came. Unfortunately, price did not settle here long enough for me to wait for my entry signal. Basically, when price got there, news came out and it was like, wow, I'm out of here, right? So unfortunately, wasn't able to capitalize off this opportunity, but it did give me some ideas as to, for these type of situations, how can I get in on it. But this is basically exit out. And then SLs on these positions are still chilling right here. If this high gets broken, I will move them up. All right, now let's do the full markup. I don't know why I keep typing that. Okay, EURJPY, we got a horizontal line up here, horizontal line down here. It looks like we have an uptrend on a lower time frame. On the weekly time frame, I don't want to draw it. I want to draw it on the daily. So on the daily draw, on the daily time frame, I will draw it. Good morning, Jerry. It's good to hear from you, bro. Alright, we have an uptrend on the daily time frame. We have a supply zone up there, a demand zone down here, and then we see prices approaching that supply zone that we just drew. I'm going to minimize or shorten the trend line so it's just nicer. I'm going to go down to the 4-hour time frame, reset the chart, and there's a lower time frame trend line I can draw. And again, recognizing that there is divergence here, so potential reversals in this situation. Now, the only case that I would close my current positions is if this trend line breaks or if a reversal pattern forms. A reversal pattern is not here yet, so still holding. Anything else? I think this looks like the end of the line. Yeah, so price has the potential to come down here. Again, we have that 15-minute reversal pattern, and then looking for price to test this trend line and continue up. And the only thing to validate this is if price breaks the trend line. Okay, great. Now let's go to GBPUSD. Prices, it's almost at my entry level. It's almost at my entry level. Need price to come down a little bit more. I mean, it's right on the 50 though. There's no signal there, so yeah, right on the 50. Looking for a buying opportunity, and that's about right. So it's about an 8-to-1 opportunity, so really nice. And this would be, I won't get into that, but yeah, so this is the opportunity I'm willing to take here. Hey, Sammy. All right, let's go and review the markup from yesterday. Cool. Okay, looking for this to pull back here. It did pull back, or at least has started to pull back. We also had a day trade here, and it looks like the day trade played out too. Played out about 135 pips, so a really good opportunity if you were able to capitalize off of it. Let's go to, let's just delete all this. And do the full markup. So starting on the monthly time frame, working our way down, going to be boxing price in, getting the overall direction of the market. Weekly time frame, there's nothing to do there. Daily time frame, there is a lot to do here. We can go ahead and box price in right there at that level. And we have this range that we're reacting in. We see prices testing right here at this level, and I'd love for it to just push through, just get up, just go above there. Right, just go a little higher to about whatever that level is that my thing is covering. 1.43, 829. So 1.44. All right, so here we have a lower time frame, or we have a daily trend line. With that daily trend line, we have this huge impulse here, and we have this potential correction forming right now. The level, like I said, that I'm looking for price to test is 1.40, 1.4. Okay, and the perfect setup, the ideal setup, which I just finished. Oh man, I have some stuff to tell you guys. All right, the ideal setup is for this to happen and then for a push up. So I'm looking for a bit more consolidation, but I will take this setup here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I figured out the pair that I was trying to think of last time. Again, if you guys have any pairs you're gonna go over, or any questions about anything, go ahead, type in the live chat. Be sure to go over it before the call-ins. So the pair that I was thinking of yesterday that someone requested was $CAD. Right, we were looking for a sell on $CAD for a day trading opportunity, and it looks like it's on FXCM. There we go. Right here. I was just like focused on the wrong brokers, so I wasn't able to see it. But anyway, this is the area I was looking for a selling opportunity. Said look for a sell here, and then set about 11 pip stop loss. Now if I took the trade, SL would have been hit. Price went above it and then turned around to come down to this level. And as we expected, right here at this level, price has started to reverse and it's breaking through this trend line, possibly giving us a buy setup. So just waiting for a buying opportunity, and if you're able to enter into that, look to buy at least to that level initially. That's what I would do. And then thinking long term, this whole thing is an impulse, and we're looking for a major bearish correction to happen here. If you don't see it, let me get rid of all the noise. Let's go to the daily. Impulse, waiting on a correction. All right, that's $CAD. What was requested yesterday? It was CHFJPY. said, I'm looking for a correction here, and this, and also this buy setup, I personally wasn't looking for it. I said I didn't want to take this because like I just didn't like this setup, which I still wouldn't take it even though it's played out. So price tested this trend line basically about right there, dipped a little below it, and started to give us a push up. I don't really like this formation. That's why I'm waiting for the larger time frame setup. We'll see if that plays out. It's definitely going to take some time. So over the next few weeks, we'll probably just be taking glances at this. If price does like make 2 new highs, I'll abandon the setup. All right, Odd Swiss, which I think has the setup has failed. Off the 4-hour. Yes, sir. All right, so the setup failed here. Let's go to the daily. Make it clear. At this area, I was looking for price to push up, and as you can see, price has pushed down and broken that trend line. Yeah. So with the break of that trend line, be looking for a selling opportunity, and looking for it to sell about to this level right here. I'll look for a test right here, and most likely off the 1-hour time frame, right? Yeah, the 1-hour time frame looks good to look for that opportunity, and if price breaks above this downtrend, obviously look for a short-term buying opportunity. But since that setup has failed, this will be the last time I look at Aussie Swiss until it is requested again. I think we also looked at Aussie Yen. Yeah, we did. Okay, looks like this one is failing too. It's breaking through the trend line, so at least that initial setup isn't valid for us anymore, so we need to start looking for a new opportunity. Right now we have a downtrend happening here, and if we delete these other lines, we can say, okay, respect the downtrend until the downtrend's broken. If the trend line breaks to the upside, we'll go ahead and look for buying opportunities. But as for now, we have H1 opportunities, and I will say like that buying opportunity could still possibly come, right? If this lower, if a lower low becomes created, then definitely be strong on the sales, or yeah, definitely be strong on the sell side. I said that right. And again, like my original outlook on this, still looking for it to come down to the zone. That's what I would prefer in my perfect world. All right. And I think those are all the pairs that were requested, at least over the past few days, other than UJ. But I always go over UJ, and like I'll look at the comment section in a second. UJ yesterday's setup that we talked about is here, and it's played out to at least our first target. Okay, you just played out to our first target. It's struggling to break this level. I'd love to see it break this level. There's no reason for it to, well, there's a reason for it to not, but we'll treat it as if it's gonna break the level. Alright. So there's not much to do here. Otherwise, like in this situation, my stops would be right here. So we'll continue tracking this and manage it all the way through. Alright, so did you already go over dollar Swiss? I did go over dollar Swiss, but we can go ahead and take another look at it. So this is a pair that I'm actually trading, actually holding a position on. Looking for it to, obviously looking for it to push down. I have a sell order in. I talked about, there's a bullish pattern here on the 1 hour time frame, and because of the area, I'm looking for that pattern to actually fail in this situation and to continue down. And this, yep, it's still a 13R. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. I don't know what just happened on my, I don't know if I was muted or unmuted. Alright. That's, are there any more pair requests or anything like that? Or anything you guys want to talk about? Yeah, there's nothing else here to talk about. So, really appreciate you guys hopping on. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. If you did, please show me by hitting that like button. Also hit subscribe and the notification bell to keep hold on, my bad, struggling my words again, to keep up with future videos and other content that I send out. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
you.